Might as well start a little early. Let's see if this is actually happening here. Is it going? Should be going. I think it's live. What's up? People in YouTube land. How's everybody doing tonight? I should say howdy from Milwaukee. Bit. I'm early. I just wanted to make sure, get any problems out of the way if they arise. Excellent. So like I said, I know I'm a little early. I just like different venues have different internet speeds, and sometimes it'll kick me off. And but hopefully all is well. Looks like a couple of people are here. All right. Johnny G, how are you, man? Marguerite, Bob, he still loves me. This is good to know. What's up, Mark? So yeah, hey guys, welcome to the dressing room in Milwaukee at the Riverside Theater. This is it's really a cool city. We've played the Pabst Theater a few times, and I think this is our second time here at the Riverside. And just vibe. This whole city has vibe. It's super compact. Everything's very close and walkable, which is really great when it's 12 degrees outside. But yesterday we had a good day. Had a good day off. Went around, had a family dinner. But yeah, we went off, hit the Broad House for lunch. And Wisconsin is known for its cheese. So I had a good old beer cheese soup, which was delicious. Some cheese curds. Gonna bring out my spandex and elastic pants because, good God, all the cheese. I'm expanding. Yeah. So we've had quite a good time on this tour, despite all of the weather complications, and we've got 3 more gigs coming up tonight here in Milwaukee, and then we're at the Rialto Square in Joliet, and then the Egyptian Room in Indianapolis on Sunday night. So it's the weather has not been kind to us. Had a little bit of bus troubles, and then the gear truck issues that happened on the way to Green Bay a couple days ago. But rock and roll prevailed. Rock and roll prevailed. Let's see here. What do we got going on in this chat? I want to make sure this is all still working the right way, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay. And I just want to also, I have a list of notes here so I don't forget what I'm supposed to say or give out false information. But the gig for Peoria got rescheduled to March 6th, so that'll be fun. We're gonna do that. We'll actually be kicking off the spring tour. And I'm glad that was able to be rescheduled so soon. But yeah, negative 14 degrees outside, and it just took its toll on the airlines for the bus, and that was it. But I'm sitting here at my trusty J45. I don't know how well you can see this. Oh, but it's my dressing room guitar, hang out, kill some time, write some tunes, and going over. I'm doing a lot of recording and stuff here on the road too. I have like a little portable recording device, and these guitars, they record really well, even direct. Little straight in DI situation, it's good just to get the ideas out of your head because they just float around, they take up space and it's never, or then you lose it and then you try to catch it again, and it's better just to get it out, get it on tape, get it on some sort of digital recording device, and then you can move on. So let's see. Sounds like a Sweetwater trip is in order. Well, I think Sweetwater's in Fort Wayne, if I'm not mistaken, which is a little north of where we're going to be. But I would love to go there. I heard their warehouse is extensive, massive. A musician's delight. Everyone is in good health, Johnny. Thanks, man. Everyone is, they're huffing through and just getting it done. But being around this cold weather does not help. I'll tell you. There's a lot of coughing going on, but I do think that everyone is on the mend. We just had dinner upstairs, I should say, on the 8th floor of this building, and everyone's in good spirits. Everyone's out ready to put on a rock and roll show tonight here in Milwaukee. And like I said, we've played this room once before, if not twice, definitely once before, and it's killer sounding room, killer sounding stage. Like, from my perspective, everything on stage sounds really good. Because sometimes, I know we're all on in-ears, but you could still, when you move around, things get lost in translation a little bit. But not here. So that's always good. You can hear everything, and you keep the momentum going throughout the show. But hi, Sharon. Hi, Mike. Michael Little, how are you, my friend? So I've got some more Zepp lessons or guitar riffs. I know I did 1 through 4, and I'm on. I think up next is going to be Houses of the Holy, and a little. Dancing Days, man. That will definitely be on there. It's one of my favorite riffs ever. It's very cool. And I think the cool story about that, if I read it correctly, Jimmy Page actually wrote and recorded everything and then basically showed it to the band. Here you go. He just had one of those moments. That's the story I read at least once in an interview. So if you've heard otherwise, please feel free to let me know. Kevin, how are you, man? How's the back, buddy? Yeah. You'll be at a show in a couple weeks, I'm sure. Air drumming. Yeah, let's see. What other songs off of that? We got off House of the Holy. Song remains the same. I'm not gonna play it on an acoustic guitar. It's not gonna sound right. But yeah, probably that. Crunch, Over the Hills. I mean, there's so many good riffs. The Ocean, It's so cool. It makes playing guitar fun because every single one of their songs is so different. It's hard to get bored. It really is. What is your favorite Zeppelin tune of all time? Oh man, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it varies, and it depends on kind of what mood I'm in and what album I'm listening to on the reg. Sometimes I get in routine, and I just listen to, I'll listen to Zepp 1, and it's just on my phone. It's just on the player when I'm, if I'm in the shower, it's on, or if I'm just hanging out in the dressing room, I'll put something on, and I just listen to that record over and over and over and over again. So then I'm, I'm constantly listening to songs off that record, and I tune into maybe like how many more times, or like that riff is just, it's just so cool. And the whole order of the song, it's not just like verse, chorus, guitar solo out. Like there's a mood, and it's kind of like a little roller coaster ride through the whole thing. So I don't necessarily have like a favorite Zeppelin song of all time. But if I had to kind of pick one, God, it's tough. I don't know. 10 Years Gone, maybe? I mean, it's just, there's nothing else like this. It's cool. It's so cool. And it's funny, the second chord, when it goes here, I think he plays it like this, up in that position. I'm not sure. It's the same chord. I'm not a chordsmith by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can look it up. Hit Google. but yeah, there's different spots to play all the same stuff. There's they're gonna have different versions. They're gonna have different tones to them. But that's what makes guitar fun. Kind of went on a tangent there for a second. Let's see what else we have here. Mark says Over the Hills. Yeah, man. I'm losing it in my head. There it is. Yeah, it's funny. Like when people ask you to play something on the fly, and all of a sudden your brain just freezes, and it's something you've done a gazillion times, and then you go, I know I should know this, but I can't remember how it goes. Yeah, it happens a lot. Let's see. Zamp, I'm coming to see you, from Michael Little. I'm coming to see you in Springfield and Schenectady. Funny story about Schenectady. I'll tell you in a little bit. Any chance you have a distortion pedal for sale? I don't really have any distortion pedals, and all the pedals I do have, I still use them. I don't think I have anything off the top of my head that I'm getting rid of at any point in time. But if that changes, I know I'll let you know, because I know you asked before, and yeah, I definitely don't have. I'm not a big distortion pedal guy. Maybe like a clean boost or an overdrive, but like a distortion, like a Boss DS1 distortion, like the orange pedal from back in the day. Those are cool. They're very like, they do a thing and that's it. That's basically what a lot of pedals do. They do one thing really well, and that's it. That's why when the multi-effects pedals started coming out years ago when I was a kid, it was like, oh, get this one pedal, it's a phaser, it's a chorus, it's a flange, it does all this all in one box. They did all of those, but they did them all kind of like, mediocre. Whereas if you got just the one chorus pedal, like the the Roland CE1, that big gray, monster, no joke, it's probably like this big, monstrous sized pedal. That's like the the holy grail of analog chorus pedals, and now they're going for, good lord, probably like $800 to $1,000. Should never have sold mine, but I did. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, Michael, I'll let you know if I find anything or whatever. But at the moment, I don't. Sorry, bro. The Bionic Air Drummer. Yeah, Kevin, keep at it, my dude. You'll be out there. 10 Years Gone is my favorite all-time song, period. Yeah, I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Hi, let's see, Joy. Hi, Tommy. Going to see you guys in Myrtle Beach. It's our 4th time. Do a little gallows. I'll pass it on. Gallows pole. Let me make a note before I forget. Myrtle Beach. All right. Gallows. See Eddie on the banjo. On the banjo. That's right. Yeah, I'll pass that on, no problem. And I think that's the Carolina Opry House, if I'm not mistaken. Don't take my word for it. I'm pretty sure that's where it is, though. And if it's the same place as we were last year, what a great room! What a great room! Oh my God, they have the LEDs on the side, the screens that they have. And the images that they were throwing up there, it was outstanding, totally outstanding, really cool. Jimmy Page does a lot of different picking patterns. How do you figure out what he's doing, upstrokes and downstrokes, to get the different sounds and effects? Well, I know this is like the cheap, easy way out. But I just listened to it, and you can tell. Like I talked about this in Communication Breakdown. If you listen to it, and when you start training your ear to listen to the different picking patterns, you'll start to notice it fairly quick. But like on Communication Breakdown, it's all downstrokes, and then it's. But you can, it's not, there's that up, you can hear, those are the notes that are in the beginning of the chord. So it's things like that. And as far as like maybe soloing when you're, like in Black Dog, that Eddie plays that part. It's just it's alternate picking, and Jimmy Page has his own vibe and his own style, and he's very unique to himself. But there are some things that like every guitar player is going to do, and I don't think he's not downstroking them all. And if you listen to it, everyone gets upset when you say Jimmy Page is sloppy, and it's not to be taken as in like he's a sloppy player. He is fluid in his own right, but it's not by the book, you know what I mean? Which is what makes him so cool. But yeah, a lot of it is just like the alternate picking, which is down, up, down, up. So, and you're switching through your strings. So if you're going down, up, down, up, down, up. You know? And I use my pinky, or my, whatever that, my middle finger is, right there. And it just, you start throwing in your own stuff in there too, just to play it the way you can play it. But I don't think there's definitely not a right or wrong way to go about it, but he definitely has his own thing. So yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. See what else we got here. Nate, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you too, bud. We're gonna be up your way in Massachusetts. About another month, I think, right? Sometime in April. The Dunlop wah. Yeah, I think he used a Vox wah, to be honest with you. He might use a Dunlop. but I'm pretty sure it was a Vox Wah, which those are cool. I've got a couple of them. I've got a couple Dunlops too, a few crybabies. It's funny, years ago I was on tour, and I can't draw on a blank on the guitar player's name, but the name of his band was Stereoside, and we were hanging out after. We were in West Virginia playing this club with the band Boba Flex, and we we were in the dressing room area and we were talking about gear, and I'll never forget, he brought up the story how he has a graveyard of wah-wah pedals, and it was just such a funny thing to hear. And but after a while, they don't, sometimes they don't last forever, and I definitely have 4 or 5 Dunlop wahs that used to sit in the corner, and I was like, oh man, I'm collecting a graveyard of Dunlop wah pedals myself. Just thought it was a funny phrase. Let's see what else we have here. I just recently picked up Foxy Tone Box from Warm Audio. Oh, is that the orange one? That's cool. I think I saw that. I like the Warm Audio stuff. I actually have one of their preamps for at my studio. The what is the name of that thing? God, man, it used to drive me nuts when players and musicians be like, oh yeah, I have this piece of gear and I don't know what it's called. I'm like, how do you not know what you have in your own studio? Well, now here I am sitting there drawing a blank on the name. I think it's the Tone Beast. It's the orange 1-unit rack mic pre from Warm Audio, and I've had it for a while. I actually used it to record a bunch of stuff, and I may have even used it on my record, the You Don't Know Me record. I'll have to go check my notes on that. I know I did some of the vocals on that album with John over at Nada Studios in Montgomery, New York. It's a great place too, by the way. You should go if you're thinking about laying down a record. John's Studios, awesome. Did a bunch of the My Chemical Romance records, if not all of them. Anyway, and he's a cool dude. Let's see. He plays with feel. He does. Jimmy Page definitely plays with feel. If I had to pick 2 songs at your show for April 11th, I gotta have Black Dog and Over the Hills. Let's see. I'll see what I can do. Black Dog and Over the Hills, April 11th. I can pass it on. That's where my influence ends. The chords for Custard Pie. So Hammond plays that song. I just play the guitar solo, but I'm pretty sure it's so you're in A, and it's so it's A, the 4th, so it's your A string, F sharp, G, ba da 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 da, A, G, A. So I'll have to go back over that. Like I said, like I know it enough to kind of, I could squeak by in my own time. But if I was to have to go play that on stage, I would definitely do my homework and make sure I got it spot on. But Hammond knocks that song out of the park. I come in and just do the guitar solo. The rest of the time I'm sitting next to John watching the band, just like doing our best Wayne's World. Let's see what else do we have here. I Can't Quit You Baby would be awesome to hear at Lynn. Dude, we haven't done that in forever. I Can't Quit You for Lynn. I'm going to have a whole list of notes for Sinclair. Notes of requests. Hey, can we do this? Can we do this? Awesome. More the merrier, man. Yeah, the Warm Audio stuff. Yeah, the orange box. I knew that's what it was. Good stuff, man. So yeah, we are here in Milwaukee. What else did I want? What do I have on my notes that I wanted to cover? So I'm gonna try and do more of these YouTube live from the venue sessions, whatever you want to call them, Q&As, if you will. Talk about the tour, talk about the gear coming up. The last tour vlog just came out a couple days ago, and it was a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun making those, and I'm doing the crowd reactions now, and I hope it's coming across as much fun, or I hope it's coming across to people who will watch it, that I'm having a ton of fun coming out and saying hi to everybody after the show and running up front. There's a couple people that may have had one or two too many adult beverages, but I'm a big boy. I can deal with it. As long as everyone's having a good time, that's really all that matters, man. Go total Spicoli. Have a good time all the time, man. And then, so that tour vlog came out, and I just started another one when we were in at the Viterbo Auditorium for Fine Arts, and that place was very cool, in La Crosse. And we went to Dave's. We did go to Dave's guitar shop, which I didn't take any video in Dave's shop, but I did take some photos. I played a bunch of really cool vintage guitars. They had 3 68 Fender Paisley Tellys, and I don't know, there's something about that guitar. I've always been drawn to it. They're just so cool looking, so unique amongst themselves, and I got to play one with a factory Bigsby on it. It was really rad. And the other two, just one of them looked like it was a closet case, like just mint, barely any finish checking on it at all. Played a few 55 Telly blackface Tellys, or 56. Played a 58 Strat. Then we did a whole slew of Les Pauls, 56 Les Paul P90s, custom in black. It was a custom color. And what else? Oh, I don't want to give it all away. It'll be in the next tour vlog. I'm going to put up a bunch of the pictures. Some Firebirds. I played a Gretsch White Falcon, which is on my, the Cadillac of guitars. It was just a really fun day. And that's the cool thing about getting out on tours, like getting out and going and checking out guitar shops or restaurants or running into friends that you haven't seen in a long time. So that's one of the things I'm trying to get into the tour vlogs, where it's not just per se, roll into the venue, sound check, show, after show food, leave. There's so much more that goes on during the day that keeps everyone occupied. So, and I think it's worthy of recording for nothing else than, no other reason than, hey man, in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we can all look back on this and go, oh, that was cool. I remember that. Which, ironically enough, I got a text message from my buddy Rev, who played drums with me forever, and he must have been having a good time because he went through a bunch of different songs and basically had that same conversation. I remember when this song was written, Jay came in with this song Dove, you came in with this song, and you worked it all out, and it was like we were in the studio recording it, and I didn't film anything back then, so everything's off memory. At least now it's being captured on film, so we can look back on this, whether the guys look back on it or not, I don't know. It's out there, but I know I will, because I like that kind of stuff. I like those memories of going back and being like, oh, this is very cool. So, I have a very unique opportunity right now to play in a band of this caliber and tour all over the country and play this music for a living, which I don't take lightly whatsoever. So I'm very fortunate, and I'm very happy, and I want to do the best I can for the music and everyone who comes to the shows every night. So the more I can capture, the more I can go back and look at when I'm old, because I'm not old. Everyone says I'm old, but I don't like those people. Yeah, everyone's got an opinion. Let's see. Checking in from Toronto. We're coming your way. I know we are. I can't tell you when because I don't think it's announced. But we're coming back to Canada. But I'm not telling you when. I can't. It's a secret. Joe Bonamassa said Jimmy Page is so hard to copy because of his slurs that it's not necessarily sloppiness. Hey, that's probably a more poetic way of phrasing that line. I like that. I'd agree with that 100%. Have you guys ever played Going to California? Hey, Mark. Yeah, we actually, so we do a acoustic set every night, and we play Going to California every night. So there's a handful of songs that we do without fail. Going to California is one of them. Babe, Ramble On, Stairway, Whole Lotta Love, Kashmir. I know some of the repeat offenders will help me out with it. I know I'm missing one or two, but we do them every night. But yeah, we do Going to California. Happened to see John Paul Jones at the Grand Ole Opry with another band, and they played it. What a surprise. Oh, that would have been awesome. You know, I've never actually seen any of the guys in Zeppelin. I had tickets, my buddy Rob and I, when I was a kid, when Jimmy Page did Live at the Greek with the Black Crowes. We had tickets to go to that concert when they went to Tampa, because I was still in Florida back then. And I guess Jimmy Page got laryngitis or whatever. He got sick, and they canceled it, and that was the end of it. I've heard tons of rumors on that, why it got canceled. So and so said this, and pissed this person off. Like I don't know. It's all hearsay, you know. But I wasn't involved. I was just a kid who got really pissed off. I wasn't able to go see Jimmy Page, and that was it. Still never seen him. So yeah. Good on you, Mark. You got to go see John Paul Jones. That would have been so cool. Take us to the guitar shops. All right. I just feel weird because sometimes guys, and I guess I could just ask them, hey, I'm going to film. Because sometimes some of the cats that work in these places, they don't want to be on camera. But yeah, that could be fun. It could be a fun thing to do. Thank you for doing what you do, Joy. Oh, thank you, Joy. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Logan, hey man, I saw you in Binghamton. Sorry about the tour vlog, by the way. Boy, I did not mean to spell Binghamton with a P. My bad. Logan, I don't think that was you who ripped me a new one, but I'm sure it wasn't. I think it was this other dude who I will stop talking about now. Saw you in Binghamton a couple weeks ago, and you guys killed it in everyone's style. Definitely seeing you guys again. Hope everyone is feeling better. That was sick. Yo, Logan, thank you very much, man. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a fun night. John Hummel was on drums that night, too. Looking forward to April 11th, man. Yeah, Ripa, me too. If you could only choose one electric guitar, would it be the Paul or a Tele, and why? It would be a Les Paul. It would be a Les Paul, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like home. It's like a best friend, and it's the guitar that I've been playing the longest, and it's the guitar I use on like Dancing Days, and what else do I use that guitar on? Tangerine, Whole Lotta Love. So that Les Paul is a 2003, and yeah, I've just always been a Les Paul guy. It actually I didn't get a Telecaster in my hands until 2017. It was the first time I ever picked up a Tele. I was just such a die-hard Les Paul guy. And I had a couple Strats, so if I needed that Fender single coil vibe for records and stuff like that, I had those, and I still do. But as far as a Tele goes, I never actually owned one until the 2017, where I bought the 60s American original that I have, the Lake Placid Blue that I use for like hot dog and cashmere. So, yeah. Good question, though, man. Good question. I'm getting lost in these notes. Repeat offender. Thanks, dude. That's awesome. Whole lot of love. Stairway cashmere, always a staple at the show. Yep. Any news on you guys coming back to Northeast Tennessee? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some dates in Tennessee. I don't know when. I can't remember. And again, even if I did, if they haven't been announced, I can't really say anything about them until they're made public. But then once that happens, you'll know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Tennessee is coming back around. We got a great schedule this year. I know that. So we got a few more gigs coming up, and then March 6th, like I said, it's the Makeup in Peoria, and then we'll be hitting the road, and we're gonna go all the way down through the Carolinas to Atlanta, through Florida, and then make our way out through Louisiana and to Texas. Did you ever see Alan Holdsworth play? No, I did not. I was lucky enough to hang out with him several times. Oh, Michael, that's so cool, man. Yeah, I never saw Alan Holdsworth play. That would have been very cool. That Pedal Show shirt, love them. I'm always looking forward to Lynn. Oh yeah, it was like the chief. Yeah, I am wearing this shirt. I love that show. Those guys are great. Dan and Mick. Mick and Dan here. They're so good. But, well, guys, I've got to kind of wrap this up because we're going on in about an hour and 9 minutes, hour and 8 minutes, something like that. So I still got to go get some things off the bus and kind of get my mind straight. So I'm going to check my notes one last time. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions on some of these YouTube lives, this is fun. Like I love hanging out and just talking shop with you guys and guitar stuff. And I've got this other unit I can bring my electric again and plug it in, get it set up to where everyone can actually hear it. But I just thought for today it would just be easier having a little acoustic session. And yeah, plus I was up here using it to record some stuff. Which, hopefully I'll be able to knock some of these tracks out over the next few weeks and work on getting some new original material out because, I think it's time. My You Don't Know Me record came out in November of 2017. And then in 2020 I started writing a bunch of tunes with my buddy Jay again, and I wrote them, and then I was working with him on like mixing and mastering them, and I've released a single every month for like the first 4 or 5 months of 2021. I think I'm getting the dates correct. And then I got a phone call from these cats and put the rest of that on hold. So I've still got a slew of stuff that I would like to finish and get out there. And I was even in the studio with my buddy Mike Mayanza, who plays drums, and Drew, who's on bass. And they work with Jesse's Girl. And good dudes, great band, tons of fun. And yeah, I still have all the demos from some of those studio stuffs that I just got to sit down and bang them out, get it all done. Have a good show. Have a great show. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks, Mark, Joy, Michael Little. It's good talking to you again, my friend. And Mark, Oz, really enjoyed the thanks from Maryland. Yeah, man, Maryland. Is it blue crab season yet? I can't wait. But, all right, guys. Sharon, Kevin, be well. I'll see you guys on the flip side, all right? So, yeah, until then, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and, yeah, listen to some Zeppelin, why don't you?